Classic. We are back. We are back.
Right, welcome back to the channel. We're kicking you off with a new Man United series. Basically, we're trying to do our best to save Man United with some realistic transfers. Players I think they should sign in real life in this, and it's a new database as well. So in this database, some of the signs have already been done. So Cunha is already at Man United, but Mbeumo isn't. I'm just kicking you off with a little bit of gameplay to start, so you can kind of see how the system's going. I will take you through the system in a little while, which is actually a 4-4-2, which seems to work really well actually on this game, I think. If you want the system as well, just let me know and we can whack it on the Patreon page. And please let me know if you are enjoying the videos, and remember to like and subscribe. I'm enjoying making them. I hope you're enjoying watching them. As you can see, the gameplay we're playing very well here against Villa, winning 4-1. Sancho actually playing into Walker Peters. Little insight into one of our signings. Nice end to that. So this is us against Bournemouth, away game. As you can see, Bournemouth are on the attack. Traore pings one in. And Nana's got to do better there, hasn't he? Well, would you sell him in real life? I'd get shot of him. They're talking about this. Lemons, I think he's called, or something like that. Not seen much of him, but I've heard good things, so I wouldn't mind that. As you can see, lovely goal from a set piece. Set piece will be included in tactic if you want it on the Patreon page. And as you can see there, Rashford knocks that down. Garnacho puts it in. Two players who should be leaving this summer. So now I'm going to take you through the tactic. So this is the 4-4-2. As promised, we've been training Manu, or we're going to start training Manu as a right back. We're at the 4th of November, so I've played a few games. I want to kind of sort of tweak the tactic as we go. And as I see, press forward on attack, deep line forward on support, two wingers on attack, centre mid on attack, centre mid on defend, sweep keeper on attack, inverted wing back on defend, wing back on defend, and two ball playing defenders on defend. Works quite nicely. You kind of, when you've got the ball and you're attacking, there's almost like 5 players back, 5 players forward. So it's quite a well-balanced tactic, I think. One of the transfers that I'm already bringing in for next summer is Merlin Roll. Big, sort of good centre mid who can take the ball, dribble well. I think that's very much needed for a Man United midfielder, actually. As we mentioned earlier, Cunha had already come in. So that was something that was already on the database, 43 million. Decided to bring in Walker Peters, who's obviously now at West Ham, but I think on a free, Walker Peters is a good signing. So when I started recording this, he hadn't quite gone to West Ham yet, and yeah, I thought he'd be a decent rotation option for Man U, actually. And then Mbeumo, who I'm very excited that we've signed in real life, it's like 71 million in real life. We got him for 52 on this. I'm hoping he's going to be a very good signing along with Cunha. And then on the outs, Molassi's gone out on loan. Anthony's gone out on loan. Dog, who's actually gone out on loan, because I just don't think we need him this season. But I do like the look of him in real life. And Dan Gore's gone out on loan. We've kind of kept some of the players that in real life probably should go, like Sancho, like Garnacho, Rashford. We have loaned out Molassi. I mean, really, I wouldn't be upset if Casemiro went as well. I don't think he will. But I do think Sancho, Garnacho will go this summer. It's just who to and how much we're actually going to get for them. Probably loans, I think, which will be the problem, because then it'll sort of mean we don't have a lot of money to buy anyone else in, which is why I didn't want to spend too much on the centre mid. So it's only about like 12 mil, I think we've spent on him. So he's going to be a very good player for us. And I didn't want to spend, like, bring in loads of players like I maybe have on other saves, because I wanted this to be a little bit more realistic. That might change as I move on and start to have some fun with it, as normally happens in my saves. As you can see, we didn't do great in the Cups, or we haven't so far, but we are second in the league, only to Liverpool, only 1 point behind at the moment, 10 games in. We've had 7 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Doing all right. Predicted to finish 6th. Man City predicted to win it. With got a very good team. Obviously, Liverpool do. I mean, in real life, they've got a good team, but they've got Florian Wirtz on this. Jeremy Frimpong's in, obviously, so they've got some really, really good players. They bought Basuma, who I was actually looking at, because I think he's a decent player, and Tottenham had him on the transfer list, but they're going to be a very tough team to topple, as are Man City. I think in real life, Liverpool's team just looks ridiculous. If they go and get Is it Isak they're in for? If they get him, that's just insane. But we will hopefully do better on this game than Man United have done in real life. We started well, so I am expecting it. We can't do any worse, surely. The 15th. Shaw there is in the team 11. He's a player, though, excuse me, in real life who, let's be honest, I wouldn't be upset if he left. Although he has come back in pre-season looking a lot fitter, I think, from what I've seen. Hopefully that lasts. Hopefully he can stay fit, and he actually is a good player. It's just, can he stay fit? This is the finances, which at Man U are a bit grim. I mean, we've got 57 million in the bank, but we're projected to be losing 142 million by the end of the season. We're 579 million debt, 787 net debt, which obviously includes all the transfers that we're going to owe for that they've spread out over the years. So it is a pretty dire situation. And on this save, Martinez is injured, still out for another 2 months, and Mazraoui's injured for, I think it's quite a few months. Yes, up to 4 months, so that's a bit disappointing. But, I mean, people are on about Martinez come back, and he's okay, but I actually think Aiden Evans a better player. I personally would sell Martinez, but, Man United fans might have a go at me about that, but fair play. That's just me. I don't think he's quick enough or big enough to be good enough in the Premier League to get us to the, where we need to be. And I'm thinking top of the league. Obviously, good enough for mid-table team, which I suppose we probably are at the moment. These are some of the youngsters that are coming in. JJ Gabriel in particular, he is a very, very good youngster in real life. I think he's maybe 13 or 14. He scored 2 goals in about 10 minutes of his under-18s debut. So, yeah, there's a lot of talk about him. This is the training schedule we're using. I do like this one, actually. I think it's quite well balanced, plays well on the physical training as well. And as we normally do, if you've watched any of the videos, we've gone for double intensity and the focus on the quickness, because the physical attributes are the most overpowered in the game. So that's what I think. I think that works. The training schedule could probably be tweaked, but it does work. The attributes do seem to go quite well. You've got to give players game time. For them to get better, you've got to play them in the right position for them to get better. If you train them in a new position, that can sort of scupper their growth a little bit. So, I mean, I do like doing that, and I do it for a bit, but yeah, just be wary of that. As you can see, the facilities are decent. We would like to improve them, but we probably can't because of the finances, unfortunately. So I'm going to go and play the rest of the season, and I'll see you shortly. So a little bit more gameplay as I've kind of gone through the season. I've now finished the season. I'm just showing you a few bits of gameplay. I'm liking involving this in the videos at the moment. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay, or do you just want to see more tactics, more outrageous tactics maybe. Feel free to whack anything you like in the comments. I will read them and try to respond if I can. But as you can see, we just dominated Tottenham here. We're at home. They did go down to 10 men, so you'd kind of expect us to win. But 4-0 is pretty good going. Fernandes there with the third goal, and then Højlund puts it out wide there to Walker Peters, cuts back into Casemiro, who smashes one in there. Vicario needs to do a lot better there. Then we went on for an away win against Chelsea, 3-0 here. Rashford feeding in Højlund, lovely goal. I'd love it if Højlund could start getting those goals. I know there's talk of us linked with a striker like Sesko, I think could be really good. Watkins, who is really good right now. He's probably a little bit too old, so I don't think Ineos will go for that. As I'm talking there, Bruno smashes the second in. But I think when we can't afford a striker unless we get rid of people, that's going to be the problem. I'd love to see Sesko in, but I think we're stuck with Højlund, so hopefully he does well this season. And so this is the last little bit of gameplay before we get into how we've done this season. 5-0 over Sunderland. If you don't know, I'm actually, although I'm a Man United fan, I am from the northeast of England, and a lot of my friends are Sunderland fans, so I thought I have to put this in the video. Us smashing Sunderland 5-0. Hopefully, a little bit of a sneak preview into what will happen in real life this season. Hopefully, we absolutely smash them, because I won't hear the end of it if we get beat to Sunderland. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, that hopefully won't happen. And as you can see there, Højlund down the right there. Brings it in, lovely finish. We need to see a lot more of that from him this season. And Bruno for the 5th, smashing that in. And Bumo, that is a lovely goal. Right, let's get into the kind of roundup of the season then. So, this is the tactic, like I showed you earlier, the 4-4-2. I will put it on the Patreon page for anyone who wants that. As I didn't say, we knocked out the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, knocked out the 5th round of the FA Cup. Very disappointing, but brilliantly, we won the league with a draw in the last game of the season. And Liverpool actually lost to Forest, so we just jumped ahead of them in the last game of the season, which is mental. We beat them basically on goal difference because we both ended on 88 points, 27 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses. We had a 70 goal difference. They had a 62 goal difference. It would be amazing if we get anywhere near that in real life. But I've got to say, brilliant stuff. And Sunderland went down, so the perfect season. Burnley have gone down, Everton have gone down as well. I don't think Everton will go down in real life, but on this database, I think they still have that 6-point deduction. And maybe it means we can nick some of their players. So, like, you know, do we go for Dwight McNeil, Garner, Branthwaite? I'm not sure. I might not, to be honest. But they are decent players. Beto on this as well is fantastic on this game. He's improving in real life, to be polite, I suppose, but he's not great, is he? But on this game, he's fantastic. If you get the chance to sign him for, like, I don't know, 15, 20 million, definitely get him. But really, really good season. Won the league. Unfortunately, we've ended the season, though. 52 million in debt. Although they've still given us 170 million to spend. So a little bit random. And we're $1 million under the wage budget. So hopefully they're going to balance the books a little bit for us in the summer. Maybe we need to do something, though. Sell a lot of players, not buy big. You know, we've got Merlin Roll, who's a very good centre midfielder coming in. Maybe we don't bring in too many more players this summer. Not sure. Let me know what you guys would do. As you can see, I did sell Lisandro Martinez. Like I kind of mentioned earlier in the video, I would do that in real life, especially if Bayern Munich came in with 53 million up to 71 million. He would be gone straight away. But some fantastic performances this season. Rashford there, 20 goals, 14 assists. Bruno Fernandes, the star of the show, like he is in real life, 21 goals and 23 assists. Fantastic player. And Harry Maguire, who was getting a lot of starts, got 35 starts, 3 sub-appearances and scored 10 goals. So he's obviously very good and benefiting from the set pieces, you know, because he's very good in the air. So that will be part of the tactic. When you get the link to the tactic, you'll get a link to the set pieces and everything. So, yeah, let me know if you want to see me do it. I've done videos before on the set pieces, so, you know, you check them out if you want. But I could do another video if you want to see how I'm trying to like tweak them and improve them as I'm going along. These are the players that I'm thinking of potentially selling. Now, let's be honest, I am a Man United fan, but anyone really is up for sale. Like, and that I think should be the theory in real life, you know, apart from maybe the new guys that have come in. And I'm glad that they didn't sell Bruno Fernandes, but really, even in this game, anyone is up for sale, apart from, I would say, Mbeumo, Cunha, Diallo. The rest could probably go. Thank you for making it to the end of this first season. I'll keep going with the save, and I'll see you soon.
Let's be having you! Come on!
Right, here we go. Back with another Man United episode. We are kicking off Season 2. As you see, a little bit of gameplay here against Fulham. Ahmad in there, 3-1. I don't know if any Man United fans actually watch these videos, but I've got to say, we're looking good, I think, with some of the business they're doing in real life with Cunha and Burmo. I think they're talking about Sesko, maybe. I don't know if we put a bid in for him or what. I'm not sure where they're getting all this money from, but we'll see. Solanke has made it 2-1 there. And Leno has just punted that out to Menu. Menu's in to Mbeumo. Smashes that in. Lovely finish. Right, so let's get into some of the transfers and stuff we've done so far this summer, and then I'll go and play the season. We'll see how we get on. Atherton there as he's coming in. He's brilliant on this. I don't know what he's like in real life. I haven't actually seen him, but he is brilliant on this. Definitely go and have a look at him. You can get him for about 40k or something. It's ridiculous. Merlin Rose come in for 12.75 million. He's a very, very good player. I believe sort of player Man United need in real life. We've got Walker Peters out on loan. Sancho, Mazraoui and Anthony all out on loan. Good loan fees coming in from him actually. There's about close to 15 million there made in loan fees. So that's not bad at all. Lou Jackson's got Wolves 500k. Biende's got Stuttgart 5.5k. Leon's gone to Newcastle for 8.75k. Malacia has gone for 28 million to Saudi, which is a lot for him. And Mason Mount 65 million to Real Madrid. I think we've done really well there with the sales. We've got a small squad, but I think some really good players in there who just need some game time as well. So I didn't want to bring in loads of players. And I do feel like in real life as well that we don't, although it sounds like we're going for Sesko as well, we don't have loads of money. So I feel like I want to try and do this with like not bringing in stacks of players. A bit more realistic, try and balance the books as well as, to be successful. This is the tactic we've been using that I think I showed you in the last episode. I haven't put it on the Patreon yet, but I will. So if you do want that, it will be on the Patreon page, like all my other tactics as well. So check them out. And please remember to like and subscribe. Who would you sign? Now, like I said earlier, I do think I want it to be fairly realistic. So in that sort of thinking, I probably won't bring in like Gyökeres or Nico Williams. Well, yeah, we're not going to get them in real life, are we? So yeah, I probably won't bring them in. Shelderup, he looks a decent player, but do I want to be bringing in Premier League proven as well, which I think could work very well in real life? I know it doesn't make a great deal of difference on the game, but I've got that sort of thinking, being a bit realistic if I can. Who would you sign? Let me know, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure who I'll bring in. I like the thought of, do we need a left back? I mean, Lewis Hall's alright. There's a lot of these players who I won't be going for. I'm not going to bring in loads of players, like I said earlier. Koku looks good. Now he's gone to Copenhagen. He's doing really well on this. I don't know about in real life, but he's a player with a lot of potential. Kudus, I might bring in Kudus. I think he could be a really good player. I know he's got to Tottenham in real life, but I think that's the sort of player Premier League proven. Possibly, we'll see. Right, a little bit more gameplay. I had to show you this game. We have gone and beaten Tottenham 7-0. Just shows how great this tactic is. There's Ahmad getting in there for the second goal. I mean, 7-0. We've had some really good results this season, so I don't know if it's like they're more used to the tactic maybe in the second season, but yeah, it is going very well. Ahmad is becoming a world-class player, and I think he's got potential to do that in real life, to be honest. Cunha taking the ball off Van de Ven into Garnacho, who's still here, into Rashford, who's still here, who are probably two of the players we might end up selling, but on the game they are fantastic. There's Bruno smashing in a penalty. I think that was our fifth. Cunha's in here. Vicario, a decent save, comes back to Garnacho. Nice composure. Puts it in the bottom corner. And then I think for the seventh goal, De Ligt to Dalot, into Cunha. Back to Dalot, back to De Ligt. Playing it around nicely. Rashford gets the ball in the box and smashes it in. Oh, yeah! Right, so this is the kind of roundup for the season. So we've gone and played the season. Not as much gameplay as there was in the last episode. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay. These are the kind of players we locked in. We went a bit crazy. As partway through the season, I was kind of looking, I wanted to get more players involved. Some of them were getting a little bit unhappy with like being almost like squad rotation players. So I decided to like train Mbumu and Xerxes as fullbacks. Wild, I know. I'll show you in a bit, but they actually play quite well there now. But I think I showed you this earlier, that we sold Mount for 65 million, Malacia for 28 million, Leon's gone for 8.75. To be fair, I think Diego Leon would be a good player in real life. It's just on this, a bit young, didn't look like he was progressing. He probably still could, but I just thought nice to get a bit of money for him now, get him off the books. try and bring in someone else. So I showed you before, we brought in Merlin Roll, who I think is a really good signing. Earlier last season, we brought in Walker Peters and Burmore, so not loads of signings. Obviously, Cunha would class as a new signing, so only really 4 new players there. And I like the fact that Roll can just play everywhere, and he's 6'4" and can carry the ball well. But we went for the striker. I know in real life there's talk of Sesko. We've gone for Watkins. I think he was transfer listed. So for 33 million, I thought it was a bit of a steal. We got Perry in. Now, I know it's kind of Leeds in real life, but I do think we just need a big sort of commanding goalie, and that's what he looks like in this game. And then I think I showed you earlier, he's come in. He's now worth up to like 31 million. Still only 16. He's going to be fantastic. I think in my last game, they kind of dubbed him the new George Best, so he could be world class if we can sort of develop him properly. As you can see, the 343 million in debt, 500 plus million there net debt. We aren't spending a fortune, but we're still struggling here, so there's a lot to do. We're going to have to start to sell quite a few players, I think, or get the high earners off the books like your Casemiro or Rashford. Maybe that's the next step to doing this save. Like these, like I say, possibly Bruno. Maybe we get rid of Bruno. That is an option. I think he's on about 250 grand a week, and we could probably get 100 million from Saudi. Shaw, yeah, Rashford, Anana, all of these guys are potentially going to leave if I can get, a decent amount of money for them. Dalot as well. Maguire, yeah, he's 32 now, injured. He's not good enough really for us now. But yeah, like I showed you earlier, we've been training Mbeumo as a left back. He's now natural as a left back. And Xerxes as a right back. I mean, Mbeumo got 20 assists there from left back. Xerxes does quite well at right back. I just want to fit these players in just to kind of help with the harmony of the squad, because they weren't getting enough game time and they were kind of not kicking off, but they're on the verge of kicking off. So I was trying to balance it where everyone's like kind of happy with the amount of time they're playing, but now they all want like new deals as well, so that might mess up my wage budget slightly. I've been holding off giving them deals, but yeah, we'll have to do that shortly. So we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup third round by Liverpool, knocked out the semi-final of the FA Cup by Villa, knocked out round of 16 of the Champions League by Juventus, and we finished third in the league. Not too bad, a bit disappointing to be below Villa. Forest actually fourth, but Man City ran away with it this year. But third in the league isn't bad. Last season when we won the league, we didn't actually have European football, so that probably helped us out a lot. So we've got quite a small squad there going into Europe as well. So we need to be mindful of that. I haven't brought a lot of players in. I'm planning on selling a lot of players, so I might have to be careful. I don't sell too many just to balance the game time in the squad. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I should have had 2 or 3 more players than I did this season. I'm not sure who we're going to bring in. I'm thinking, I was looking, I think Gyökeres has already gone. So, and I wasn't going to get him any. He's on 1.1 million a week. We're not going to sign him. I was looking at Kudus. I'm thinking I might bring in Kudus. Maybe a defender if we need it, like Branthwaite or Van de Ven, something like that. But we've got some decent defenders coming through. Obviously, Yoro's coming through. We've got the youngster Kokonki, I think he's called. He looks a fantastic player. He's probably a little bit too young, maybe a year or two away. But yeah, I might use him as a rotation option rather than bringing somebody in. We'll see. I might start to bring up some of those youngsters to fill out the squad rather than signing. But yeah, I'm pretty set on Kudus maybe coming in. Let me know if you think that's a good signing. There's Kokonki. We've put him into the squad there. And Yoro's going to need some game time, but he is coming on nicely. But you can see, Konki's not bad. He's not great on the ball, but actually, when you look at him defensively, for a 17-year-old, he's got a lot of potential there, I think. But yeah, I'm not sure is the honest answer at the moment. So let me know who you guys would sign. Let me know if you're enjoying the Man United kind of saves, or do you want to see me do a different club? Do you want to see a certain tactic? Feel free to whack it in the comments. I can't promise I'll do the video, but I do read the comments. So yeah, I would give it a go if I can. Thank you for making it to the end of season 2, and I will crack on with this now.
Oh, what a day.
Right, here we go with some more of the Man United game. We've got a bit of gameplay. As you can see, Garnacho smashing one here in a 6-1 win over West Ham, just to show that we're playing quite well. To be fair, Xerxes is the right back. Slightly weird. I don't know if you haven't watched the other episodes, have a look. I've kind of trained Xerxes into a right back and Boomer into a left back, just so I could fit them all in, really, so they weren't getting like upset about their lack of minutes or whatever. See, Garnacho and Rashford are still here. We've got Merlin Roll, been a brilliant signing for us into Cunha. Fantastic finish. He is going to be brilliant for us as well. And we are making quite significant changes to the Man U squad with really a lot of sales, to be honest, and not a lot of buys. I will take you through a bit of that. As you can see, Lucas Perry let one in there, this near post. Little insight into our new goalie. Obviously, Leeds man in real life, but you hadn't gone to them just yet on this database. This is a fairly updated database, but I think it's to about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So not all of the signings are in there. Watkins smashed that in. Lovely finish. Lovely run from Rashford as well. Let's get into a little bit more gameplay against Leeds. I thought I had to show you this. Man U and Leeds don't get on. And to go to Ellen Road and beat them 4-1 is pretty good. Kudos there into Hoyland. Lovely finish. Ampadu at fault there. Muric couldn't do anything to stop it. Dalot gets past his man far too easy. Cuts it back. Hoyland ends up putting it in. Lovely goal. Leeds here looking for their consolation. I think this is just before half time. Nonto gets in behind Maguire. That lack of pace from Maguire is showing there, and I think it might hurt us actually in real life. To be fair, I think we're making some good signings, but those defenders need to be quicker. And Cunha is hitting an absolute rocket there. What a goal. Amazing.
Oh, yeah!
Right, so we'll get into basically how we've done this season. It is now 28th of May 2026. And we did all right. This is the tactic that we play. And I know it mentioned in one of the comments, I kind of filmed this before I seen that comment, so I do apologise. But to show you the instructions, I mean, the tactic is on Patreon, but I think it mentioned that you were on console. So I will do that in a future video. I do apologise, it's not in this one, but it will be there soon. As you can see, we sold Shaw 56 million. It's a lot of players. Didn't bring many in. Anthony went for 22.5 million. Walker Peters on loan for 2 million. Sancho went to Arsenal for 56 million. And Nana's got Newcastle for 49.5 million. Bruno went 74 million up to 95 million. That's the biggest sale. That's probably one that I maybe should have kept. But for that money, I thought we'll get rid of him. And I think it frees up Cunha. And then also Dan Gore went as well. Kone and Harrison, a couple of youngsters left who I just didn't think were going to break into the first team. Although in real life, they are talking quite highly of both of them. So they might do a lot better in real life than they do on this game. These are the players that we brought in, and I think I outlined in the last video. As you can see, we've had a really good season. Just by looking at the stats, you can tell that Rashford 35 goals, 14 assists, Hoyland 24 goals, 3 assists, Watkins only 24 starts and he got 19 goals, Diallo 16 goals, 14 assists, Cunha 16 goals, 12 assists. I think it has benefited Cunha with Bruno going. I do expect him to keep getting better as well. We were so close to a domestic treble. We got beaten in the final of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool, unfortunately 2-1. Beaten in the FA Cup final by Chelsea on penalties, very disappointing. Knocked out of the Champions League round of 16 by AC Milan. Thought we might go a bit further in that, but we won the league. 89 points, 78 goal difference. Rashford top scorer, 24 goals. Player of the matches there, Diallo got 7, Cunha got 5. We've had a fantastic season now, I think. I mean, bit unlucky, I think, not to do the domestic treble, like I mentioned, but yeah, pretty good season, pretty solid season. We predicted third there, it says, but I think that's just because some of the players have got a bit better through the season. Pretty sure we predicted fifth when I started the season. And you can probably tell by the key players not really being high up that list. But 114 goals, only 36 conceded, 27 wins, 8 draws, only 3 losses. Tactic working beautifully, actually. Do like a 4-4-2 in this game. I don't know if any of you guys are trying it out. Let me know if you are and how you're getting on. Please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you made it this far into the video and you're enjoying the content. These are the players I'm scouting at the moment. I don't know who I'm going to sign. I'll be honest. I'm not any advice. Let me know. I'm trying not to sign loads of players, but we'll see. I'll go away, do my summer business, and I'll see you all soon. Right, here we go with another Man United video. We have started season 4, I think. If you haven't seen the other episode, go and check them out. We have won 2 leagues in 3 seasons, I believe. These are the signings. Now, Fundy's come in for 12 million. But then, obviously, a little bit excited with the news in real life, because I think Man United have made some great signings this summer. So we've gone and bought in Baleba. 61 million, which I think is a lot cheaper. I think it's going to be 85 million, maybe a little bit more if they want him in real life. Then we bought Sesko though, but he had a release clause for 95 million, whereas obviously I think in real life we got him for more like 70 million-ish or something, depending on how you look at it with the add-ons and things. Fantastic player, actually. I really like Sesko. I don't know how many goals he's going to get, but I do think he adds to that physicality and the fact that he's brilliant in the air. He's something Man United need in real life, something our team needed a bit on this save, actually. So I think he's going to be a fantastic signing for us, both on the game and in real life. As you can see, we're selling Ollie Watkins. I think he's about 30, so he's going to go. We made a lot of sales, which I showed you in the last episode, which gave us the money to go and splash out. We've got Kyle Walker-Peters come back from loan. We might let him go. We don't know. We haven't got a big first team, so I might keep him around for a season. This is the tactic I might switch to this year. I'm not sure. It's a bit more of a Ruben Amorim tactic, so I might try. Got the Libero in there, which I think he likes to use. When we're in possession, he kind of pushes like De Ligt up there, or that central centre-back in there when we're playing out from the back. I think what I'll probably do is change this DM on support, though, to like Scunde Volante, because I think what he's starting to do more and more, actually, as last season went on, is push one of those players further up to press higher with the front three, which I think's a good idea, because one of the things I don't like about this tactic is the fact that there's not enough players pressing, actually. Maybe that's just because the players aren't good enough, they're not quick enough, they're not energetic enough. I think the fact the signings we brought in are good, that'll help. But this is the tactic. We got we put it in the in one of the comments that you want to see the instructions. So we've got pressing forward on attack there. We've got the deep line forward on support with dribble more, tackle harder, and he's going to mark the DM on the left side. The pressing forward on attack is going to mark the DM on the right side. We've got a winger on attack with tackle harder. On the left side, we've got a winger on attack with tackle harder. Centre mid on attack with tackle harder. It's not loads of instructions on some of these. Centre mid on defend with tackle harder. It's keeping it. Well, I want to keep it quite simple for a 4-4-2. Got the inverted wing back on defend with take fewer risks, shoot less often. We've got the wing back on defend with cut inside with the ball and shoot less often. And then we've got 2 ball playing defenders on defend with dribble more and tackle harder. I didn't want the full backs on tackle harder because I feel like they push too high up sometimes. It leaves the defence a bit exposed, so I was trying it without them. And then we've got sweep keeper on attack with tackle harder, which just suited Onana at the time. Maybe with Perry I might change that as support. We've got narrow width, passing displace, focus play down left to right, underlap left and right, play out of defence, shorter passing, slightly higher tempo, low crosses, work the ball in the box, play for set pieces, and run out the defence. By the way, the link to this tactic is on my Patreon page if you'd rather download it from there. We've got counter press, counter, distribute quickly, and roll it out. And which basically means, again, the back four just kind of set with the pressing and the counter, and not getting involved with any of that, which I quite like. I think it helps keep it balanced. And out of possession, we've got high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution, and get stuck in. So, pretty much like a take on your classic gegenpress. But 4-4-2, I thought was a nice nod to how Man United used to play, I suppose, back in like the 90s when I first started watching them, became a fan. It'd be nice to get back to those kind of glory days. I was watching a video today where we just unveiled our new sort of training Carrington place, which looks really nice actually. So that's good. Good step in the right direction. Good transfers coming in. As you can see, we won the league last year. We're predicted third to finish the league this year. Hopefully we can go win the league again. We'll see. With Sesko up front, I think he's going to get a lot of goals. I hope I'm right in that, but we'll see how we get on. What I'll do now is I'll go away, play the season, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you all soon. Right, here we go. We've made it to the end of the season. This is 20th of May 2027. Let's see how some of the players have been playing. This is the Man United save. I hope you've been following along. Please check out the other episodes if you haven't. I made a little bit of a series of this. As you can see, Sesko, a big summer signing for us on this and in real life. 62 starts, 48 games. Rashford, 44 starts, 27 goals. Cunha, 36 starts, 21 goals, 17 assists. Amad Diallo with 12 goals and 11 assists in 42 starts. As you can see, Amad is coming along brilliantly. Probably one of the best players in the world with those stats. Cunha is looking pretty good actually. I think he plays very well on this game. Better in game than probably some of those stats make out. As you can see, Rashford there. Very, very good. He's 29 though on 300k, 350k, something like that. Should I get rid of him? Let me know what you guys would do. Sesko looks fantastic. The physicals on Sesko is insane. So for the transfers, what we did, it wasn't loads of them, and I kind of showed them in the previous episode pretty much. The only other stuff we did is Ollie Watkins worth 44.5 million, and then Gabriel Martinelli came in for 41.5 million, which is a steal for him, I think. How good he was. He was on the transfer list at Arsenal, which I thought was a bit mental because he's a hell of a player, and I think he's a good person to. He's been competing with Rashford this season, but just to replace Rashford, potentially if we want to let him go. Although he's only 29, so we might keep him. We'll see his class on this game. Bailey went to Southampton as well, and I showed you in the last episode Bob Blair, Sesko, and Perfundi. Some very good signings. Hopefully Blair becomes in real life. We'll see, but I am happy with the fact that we bought Cunha and Boomo and Sesko. I think that attack is going to be really good, although I'm not sure with the back three in real life. This is the tactic that we're using on here, the 4-4-2. I'll put a link to this on my Patreon, and I did go through the instructions in the last episode, so go check that out if you would like to. As you can see, we've got 530 in the transfer budget, 530 million, but the actual balance is just under like 2 million in debt or something like that. So we've got 70 million left of total debt to pay off. So we're doing okay. It's just the club's been in that much debt. You're losing money constantly when you're Man United. I'm sure they'll like reassess that and put the balance back up. So we'll be fine basically. I think we're doing quite good actually for the balance, for how much of the debt we've paid off. As you can see, the facilities are all brilliant. The stadium, still 74k, which is big, but I do like to extend the stadium if I can, and obviously check if we can improve on anything else. But there's no option to do that at the moment, so obviously I can't put a request in for it. As soon as we get that option, I will be putting a request in to make the stadium bigger. I'll probably have to wait until the balance is better though to do that. They'll just say they don't have the money. Carabao Cup, we were runner-up. We won the Community Shield. We won the FA Cup. It's a bit of silverware, which is good stuff for us this year. We got knocked out of the round of 16 by Chelsea in the Champions League, but then we finished second in the league. So I think we won the league 2 times in 4 seasons, which is pretty good when I'm playing the tactic that I don't completely consider to be like meta with the 4-4-2 tactic we're playing. Samu there he plays for Liverpool. That is insane. The physicals on him. No wonder they're winning the league. We got 96 goals in 37 games. 37 conceded, sorry. They got 99 goals with 20 goals conceded. So that's the difference. Their defence is insane. I mean, we had the second best defence, but theirs just doesn't seem to be conceding. We were predicted third at the start of the season. That's jumped up to second. Liverpool now third. But look at their team. Theo Hernandez, Canate, Silva, Wirtz, Diaz, Rodrigo, Samu, Gravenberch, McAllister, Allison. It's mental. I mean, I like our team, but I think where we can improve is probably the fullbacks. So I might look at that in the summer. Maybe 2 fullbacks, maybe a DM, maybe a goalie. Let me know what you guys would do, but that's what I'm thinking to do. I'll go away and do my summer business. I'll see you soon. Right, we have done our summer transfer business. We are 8th of August 2027. We're just before our first league game. It's away at Arsenal, tough game. This is the kind of lineup we're probably going to start with Højlund, Sesko, Martinelli, Baleba, Ugarte, Diallo, Mbumo, Bastoni, De Ligt, Menu, and Lucas Perry in goal. We have done a lot of business though this summer. A lot of business. Good signings, I think. I think big sales, but decent sales as well. So we brought in a youngster, Josh King. I've seen him get good on one of my other games, and I just thought I'll bring him in. Looks decent. I think if we can get those physicals up, so he's in quite a heavy physical train, to see if that helps. This keeper, Dennis Seaman, at 8.5 million, looks very, very good. Bastoni's coming 82 million. He was on transfer list for quite a bit of money, but for Bastoni, who's probably the best centre back on this game, I would say. Maybe definitely one of them. He's going to be fantastic for us. Delors gone, 56 million. I thought it was a hell of a lot to get from Aston Villa. We've also let Profundi go for 23.5 million. Cunha's gone to PSG, 82 million. Kyle Walker-Peters has gone to Villarreal for 7.5 million. Mazraoui's gone to Celtic for 6.25 million. Rashford's gone to Al Hilal for 84 million. I think he's on about 800 grand a week, which is insane. Biancheri, youngster's gone for 195k. Merlin Rowe's gone out on loan to Villa for the season, getting some game time. And Garnacho's gone. We weren't playing him. He was kicking up fuss, kind of like in real life. So we sold him for 27 million. We then went and brought in Mickey van der Ven, 69 million. I think it's going to be brilliant for us. Can cover at centre back, but I think he's going to predominantly play as our left back. And then Vitor Roque has come in from Bayern Munich, but I think at the moment he's at Barcelona. He looks phenomenal. 110 million. It's a lot of money, but he's world class on this now. So I think we've made some good signings. It's still got us predicted as third, I believe. I'll just show you this. Yeah, third there, 5-1. Liverpool 7-2. We'll win their second, and Man City 13-5. As you can see, though, Rocky and Bastoni instantly go in as the second and third best players in the league, according to this, only beaten by Erling Haaland. And there's some phenomenal players in this league, like Rodrigo, Wirtz, Musiala. Like, see, you look at this Liverpool side, it's just incredible. You go to the Man City one, they've got awesome players like Ansu Fati now, Jamal Musiala up there with Haaland. That is going to be an incredible attack. But I like ours, Sesko, Højlund, Martinelli, Diallo. I think that's very good. Vitor Roque now. We are going to be really, really good, I think, this season. I'm hoping by adding that sort of extra bit in defence as well with Van der Ven and Bastoni, just gets us back to winning leagues. We've won 2 out of 4 so far, but yeah, I want in this 5th season to go and win at least another league title, along with hopefully some cups as well. As you can see, finances aren't bad. We're down to 58 million debt now, but it's still running down. The sort of projection is we'll be 100 million debt by the end of the season, but we're getting there. And as you see, there's nothing we can do with the board requests because it looks like there's going to be a takeover soon. That's what they're suggesting, but it does tend to fall through quite often. I think they've been saying that for like half of last season pretty much, so I'm not holding out any hope of actually getting a new owner. But we'll see. You never know. We have been... I showed you there the staff. Obviously, we've got the best staff in the league. Go and do that if you can. And go and have a play around with your training schedules. This is how mine looks at the moment. Kind of tailored towards recovery and physical and quickness really training. Because all the individual training is set to quickness. And then we're kind of just wanting to do a lot of tactical possession, ball retention stuff as well, really. Get them used to the tactic as much as we can. That's kind of what I've geared it around. I've tried to balance it best I can. I don't know if that's the best training schedule. Let me know if you've seen anything better, by the way, and I'll try it out and, maybe see what is the best training schedule. But this works well for me. I think the players progress. The physical attributes progress a lot. I'm tempted. I know we're going 4-4-2 at the moment, but I'm tempted to use this, which I would class as like the Ruben Amorim style tactic, kind of 3-4-3. Let me know if you want to see that. I might use it this season. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to go away and play the season, and I'll see you all soon. Right, here we go with the next Man United season. As you can see, 19th of May, 2028. The team's been brilliant. I think we've had a very, very good season. I mean, Benjamin Sesko there, 45 goals in 45 games. Hoyland, 25 goals in 21 starts, 31 off the bench. Martinelli, 20 goals, 18 assists. Diallo, 18 goals, 18 assists. Roque, 13 goals, 17 assists. And Burmo, actually from left back as well, 11 goals, 11 assists. We've had a brilliant season. I'll show you some of the transfers. I don't know if I've done this in the previous episode, but we kind of went big on Mickey van der Ven and Vitor Roque. I think I did show you this in the last episode, but obviously two very good signings who played really, really well for us this year. And to add Bastoni as well, who I think is a fantastic signing. Probably the best centre-back on this game at the moment, I reckon. We'll have a look at the finances. 90 million the balance, but we've actually got 538 million to spend. Projection doesn't look great. But debts, 34 million is all that's left of the debts. So hopefully once that's cleared, they can kind of balance the books a bit better. But I think they're going to give us a lot of budget for next season. Question is, do you want me to do another season? Let me know in the comments, because this tactic, which I have done in previous videos and like a breakdown of it, and there's a link to it in my Patreon page if you want to see that. But what this tactic has done this season is this. We have won the Carabao Cup. We have won the FA Cup. We were round of 16, unfortunately knocked out by Inter Milan in the Champions League. We've absolutely walked the league here. 97 points, 90 goal difference. We only lost 3 games, drew 4, won 31 games. As you can see, Sesko joint top scorer with Haaland with 32 goals, and pretty sure Sesko was injured for quite a bit. Incredible season. We were predicted second. Pretty sure that was down at third a bit earlier in the season as well. But we've had a great season. 121 goals, only conceding 31. The question is, do I end it here or do I keep going? Like I say, let me know in the comments. I don't mind. Keep going with save. I love playing with Man United. I love playing the game. So let me know. I'm in two minds at the moment. But look, it's 121 goals, 710 shots. We're second in fewer shots against. Actually, Liverpool, a bit less than us there. Pass completion, we're not even in pass completion. That shows how attacking this tactic is. We're not there in possession. We're not there in tackles. We're 5th in dribbles. Most clean sheets, we were joint second. Actually, Brighton doing really well in that one. Fewest conceded, we're top of that. So it's a very well balanced tactic, but I don't know if that does it quite justice for how much we've just ran away with the league there. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we've won again. We have won the league, is it 3 times? Yeah, 3 times in 5 seasons. Finished 3rd in one of the seasons, 2nd in the other season. I think we've done very well. We could sign some really good players as well. Obviously, you know, top of the league, winning 2 trophies, going okay in the Champions League. Maybe that's the thing we should be doing, trying to win the Champions League. But there's obviously a lot of good players who want to join us. I mean, this youngster's going to be fantastic, isn't he, Steve? Manu Kone, I know it's 88 million, but he is phenomenal. Valverde is looking, he wants to come to us. You know, Kimi, maybe Mount back. There's just some fantastic players here. I don't know. Do I keep going with it? Do I not? As I say, let me know. I am thinking I might move on to a different save. Also, if you want the save game file, let me know in the comments. I haven't put it on the Patreon yet, but let me know in the comments and I will put it on there for you. Thank you for making it to the end of what might be the end of this series for the Man United save. I really do appreciate anyone who watches the videos, and please remember, like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.